I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Now You Made It Awkward podcast, episode 55. And we're actually here live and in person with the tech issues that always comes with those things. And over here to my right, I have Rikki.
What up, y'all?
You know, here live and in person. Yep, and you can follow Rikki's work and everything he does for Nerd Rage Radio over on the Facebooks. And then, of course, Friday nights on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel for the Realm Haddon podcast, roughly around 9 p.m., give or take. And then all the way from across the pond, we have our favorite white-assed man.
The proper Irishman.
The proper Irishman.
Not
We have
you.
Alan.
Steve.
And sadly, we were going to have Dormamu live in charge, but unfortunately his son got sick this morning and he couldn't make it out. So that is a sad tragedy of the weekend. But we were all here for a particular party, which is now concluded, which was a lot of fun. And of course, thank you for the Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Skullface,
And Lara.
and Laura. She is.
Yeah.
And Alan has a more unique experience because he got to stay with them.
Yeah, I've been here. I rocked in on Wednesday night.
And I'm sure that has been
It's been fun.
awesome. Yeah, if you need to extend it towards you, you can. Yeah, it'll get a little more. Or scooch in.
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
can do
don't-
that
I
too.
don't
Yeah, move where you got to, yeah. If you don't want to lean, don't lean. I mean, I'm normally I have the mic out of the waist because I'm on camera, but we're not on camera this time. So, sorry.
See, I don't want to be looking like that. I prefer to just kind of gobble it.
Yeah, just gobble it. And
See, that's what I was trying to explain to you last night. I don't like holding the thing because it
yeah,
feels quite
'cause
like
it feels
you
like
know,
a penis.
I gotta just either grab it and shake
Yeah.
or
Yep,
But see,
exactly.
there's no kind of hang
Exactly.
down.
So actually, let me.
Speaking of support, let's talk about Alan's kilt and his balls swinging in the wind.
We can definitely talk about that here in a second, but I want to do a quick little.
Yeah, but did you notice that?
There we are, Alan. Everybody wave. So for the patrons, they'll only see this part. We are here live at our hotel. Technically just my hotel now because Rikki
your
was
hotel.
here. He's already checked out. He's got to go literally here in like an hour, and then Alan, our favorite proper Irishman,
The 100.
proper from across the way, and of course my fat ass. So it is what it is.
Your face, not your ass.
But who can
If he
tell?
wants to call it that.
Who can tell?
It's our favorite.
Shoky. Fuck off.
What's his name again?
It's Jordan.
It's not John.
It's Jordan.
It's not Jim. And Mert. That's all I heard.
Well, the good news,
you can't hear me, so I kind of have to speak normal. Okay.
Just talk.
just
Yeah.
project slightly.
I'm in there for you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can individually
No,
adjust.
I'm just hearing my
volumes.
voice. I'm liking to hear my voice.
I accidentally cut my own gain there
now
for a
that makes
second.
more sense.
I'm just.
Oh no, I could hear. Well, I could hear you like.
Yeah, but I'm just
Okay.
trying to make sure that we're not overlapping too much sound because this is the first time sitting in person. So guys, if the audio is a little wonky, that's why.
Yeah.
But realistically, I
Take
think
it up with Shoky.
yeah. So I think part of it, at least once I go into the edit, I can probably fix a lot of the overlaps. Rikki, don't give a shit.
We're the talent.
So
well, you're the
Yeah.
you're the talent.
yeah. So
I'm just a mercenary.
yeah. So just.
Excuse me.
So realistically, we don't exactly have our normal nerd weeks like we normally would have, but we have our weekend nerd experience. Yeah, I was just saying, even the nerd weekend has been crazy. So Rikki got here just a little bit after we did. We drove all the way from Texas because we're insane. We're all the way up in Maryland, and at least Alan flew because there's no way for him to drive here.
Or I could have taken a boat.
Could have taken. I mean, that would have taken 3 months, and a lot of you
Probably
would die.
taken a long.
A lot of people would be overboard.
Yeah.
That would also be super boring. It's like, oh look, more ocean. Look.
Yeah, but
Proper Irishman chucks people overside of a boat.
I'm pretty sure boats now have like fucking cinemas and pools.
Yeah,
and
basically you just
stuff
sit
like
there watching porn the entire time here.
that. No, I don't watch porn here.
No, I'm not on the way here.
Yeah, no, I don't. Wait, hold on.
I'm not.
You think I watched porn on a plane?
On a boat.
No, but like.
Not in a plane, you wouldn't, because you're
I-
sitting right next to somebody.
Yeah, it's
If you're in your cabin on a boat for 3 weeks, Look, and
I will find a
Yeah.
woman on said boat.
Yeah.
If I'm
And-
single, I would
and-
find a said woman on a boat. Hey, you know.
yeah, sure.
You-
proper drinkable Irish whiskey.
But do you have to make sure she's at least not distantly related to you?
No.
If you're
no.
all boating over from Ireland?
No.
I like how you both said no.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Ricky
small.
Ricky found that out. Does you and Andy know each other? No.
Exactly. Hey, you guys are both from Ireland.
That's what I told Sam. Like I was joking with him, Sam Thompson. I was like, I'm a dumb American, so I know it's not that way. But for some reason in my head, geographically, anybody from England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, y'all live within 5 minutes of each other. Even though I know there's separate islands, separate away from each other, and hundreds and thousands.
Well, I think Cody and Sam, they live an hour away from each other. So that would kind of be the equivalent of...
Andy was about an hour.
Yeah, because I think he said he's from Carlow, so... Yeah, he said it was Carlow, so it'd be around 50 minutes, maybe an hour drive.
Yeah.
depending on
That's
traffic.
the thing with being on an island like Ireland. Is just that hour is a huge difference. Because
Well-
you've done a quarter of the island.
Right.
Well, it's like Rhode Island, which is the smallest damn anything. We actually Googled it because we were having a discussion on the way here. It said how many Rhode Islands would fit in Texas, and I think it was something like 2,000. Like, of course, you're Legoing that shit.
That Alaska's bigger than Texas. That's nuts.
Yeah, it is technically. It
Because
doesn't
I
look
was
it
always
on a-
told that...
Because of the chain islands too.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
you get all the archipelago and everything else like that for sure.
Don't
but
be,
also
don't
just
be using
straight
big words
landmass.
now. Come on.
Yeah, it keeps buzzing me, but that must be we smell great. Is what it is. We must. I literally. I mean, there's literally
I
the
feel
garbage
great
can
after
next to my
that.
ass.
The trip that I took for the start.
Yeah, after Alan blew up the hotel bathroom, they had to clean it immediately after.
Waiting for him to come out. And he walked out and he just very gently he whispered to me, he's like,
He did say he didn't want to use American public toilets,
No.
but it wasn't 100% public at least.
I have a fear of that.
he left him a proper Irish
Oh God!
He left an island behind.
It's an Irish baby.
This is what we do. We leave islands everywhere we go.
He named it Jameson and walked away.
Well, Jameson is shit, so yeah, that's proper. Yeah, well.
No, Jameson is okay.
No,
Like-
Redbreast is good.
Wait, you both had a shot of that yesterday.
Now, I wish I got to try some of the stuff you guys busted out last night after I left.
Yeah. Well, no, I gave it to you.
Broke out that weird stuff.
No, I didn't get to try what Andy brought and stuff.
He had those little bottles.
Oh, yeah.
Well, look, whether I mean, but
He's a whiskey snob.
oh, he is, dude. I handed him the Breckenridge and he wouldn't even try it.
What was that? That was tequila.
No, that was actually whiskey. What I handed you the second time. The tequila is actually the tequila that I handed you was
What do you mean
actually
I handed you
aged
the
in
second
older
time?
oak barrels.
I
But
don't remember.
You were pretty gone by that point.
I wasn't gonna whatever. I just don't remember.
Well, you said no, I
Because-
can't.
Oh yeah, no. Yes, I remember now.
Yeah, but it was whiskey.
Yeah, I still wouldn't. I don't want to. Didn't want to mix at that time. That when you gave it, it's like, I'm not mixing my drinks because I had probably already 15 beers in.
Yeah.
I'm not mixing.
Yeah, because you're still drinking the Sierra Nevada at that point.
No, if
doesn't fuck with me either way.
If I stick to one thing, it's safer. So if I admit,
Agreed. So last night I drank.
I can't start on.
Yeah. So last night I drank several different types of beer. I say last night, it was all day yesterday. Several different types of beer from everybody. Well, I drank some of the stuff Dante brought, and I brought some of the stuff that somebody
That'd
else
be a good
brought some
name for
crazy stuff. But then like I also had the whiskey and tequila I had plus the red
You
breast
tried
that
some
you
though,
brought.
didn't you? You got some.
Huh?
You got some of the red breast.
Fuck yeah, you poured me a big glass.
So
That's why I was feeling it by the end of the night. I was
Okay.
like, Jesus, that was a big pour.
the general audience we have as Americans, so they know what the red solo cups are.
We have some Russians.
Well, those we got
I think we got two Russians in
So red solo cups, everybody kind of knows what I'm talking about.
Red Solo Cup.
15, no, shut up. 15 yesterday afternoon, as soon as we walked into the party, first drink out the gate, 50-50. Boom. It was just straight up whiskey and some Coke color.
If you start on whiskey and finish on whiskey, that's respect.
Killed 2 bottles of Jameson.
Two bottles.
One to Chris, and then I had one too. Killed 2 of them before the afternoon was over. Then they broke out the Jello shots.
Dude, the Jello shots were.
I don't think there was any nice flavors of Jello shot.
The black cherry one. Because
No, they're all gone. Yeah. No, there was either the green, yeah, and it's like peach schnapps. No.
You're talking about
Yeah. So I well, you see, I didn't even try one of them because
Tequila was green one.
Green one?
Yeah.
I didn't think that
no.
But that black cherry one was amazing. I was killing the bad boys. I think I did like about a dozen of them.
You know, speaking of black cherry, I didn't realize I set my fucking drinks down on the counter when we went to leave, and I didn't pick them back up, so I left my open Faygo. And I think the other beer I grabbed on the counter. Because I was carrying the other shit on the way out, so I was just like, we got to the car, and I'm like, where did the drink I had go? I was like, oh fuck it, it's not worth it.
Wait. How did you get home? If you were drinking and your partner was drinking,
She didn't drink that much.
she didn't drink that much.
No, she knew she was driving. So
Okay. So she was.
She was actually having, looked like she was having a good time sitting over there talking to everybody. I know that was something you were worried about.
Well, yeah, because okay, so like for those who don't know, like Jessica has like really bad social anxiety, and that's also it was a bit warm in the house, which is the other reason she was sitting outside.
Well, that's the smoker section too.
Sure.
To be honest with you, it was nice. So it got chilly around what 9:30.
Oh, it did. But she and I told her, I was like, at very least there will be the quote unquote nerd wives club. You will have somebody who also is here just for their partner. And the irony being, our fellow Houstonians who also came up, they're in the same. Shout out to Jim and Christine.
Nope.
What?
Jim and Jennifer.
Jennifer. Sorry, there wasn't Christine.
I remember
Jennifer. The reason I should remember that is because people get Jessica's name wrong and call her Jennifer. But she told me, like, Jennifer is the same way. She's, like, nerdy by association, so she's just on board with the stuff Jim does, but she doesn't know shit about it. So the irony that, one, we live around the same city. They're literally 50 miles away on the opposite side of Houston.
Mm-hmm.
But Houston's not small, yo.
No,
Yeah.
Houston, like, actually, with the way people have left, like, Detroit and some of the big Midwestern cities, Houston's actually about to bump up to third largest. Because actually California's being downgraded like LA, because so many people have left LA, it's about to be downgraded one.
They're all coming
In
to
New York.
Texas, so don't get happy.
Well, that's why the population is going up, but between Houston and Dallas and Fort Worth, like, so many people are moving here that's actually bumping us up in the standings for largest cities.
Keep them out of Florida. I'm tired of y'all ruining the state.
Nobody should go to Florida. Florida's full of meth and gators.
No, it's not. It's full of New Yorkers and people from New Jersey.
And by the way,
sit up in New York and New Jersey, talk shit about Florida. I'm like, go fuck
so behind the scenes shit, I did not realize the last 2
isn't
minutes
Florida
I've been
kinda-
talking, I was muted. So I missed all of that stuff. So they got your point, or they might have heard me on your mics.
hopefully we fix you up.
Yeah, no, because I saw movement in my talking. But so what I was saying, because I missed it all, Jim and his lovely wife Jennifer, that I called her the wrong name. Apologies.
Christine,
I did. Sorry about that, Jim. So Jessica had people to talk to. Not just that, Scott's wife. She was really fucking nice. Sandria. Okay. Andrea. Oh, you said Miss Andrea. Sorry. She was real nice.
Landed on your shoulder.
Oh, and then Dante's wife, Sarah.
Sarah.
Dude, she's fantastic.
Sarah's awesome on so many
Yeah,
levels.
dude,
Miss Andrea was too, because I've met her before and talked with her.
Yeah.
But never really just got to like sit down and chill with her
Yeah.
and stuff. She had me
And-
die, dude. I was so drunk. She was messing with me so
Yeah.
hard.
It's
And
not
so-
gonna land there now.
the fly is just not gonna. And then I want to make sure cables are
Then
good.
you gotta be paranoid.
But so I walked out in that one conversation and it just went in such a crazy direction to talk about boobs and whatnot. But then inside, I talked to Sarah a bit more about accents and how, like, I told her, it's like, if you were to come down to where we live, just north of Houston, you would blend in because you have such a neutral accent.
But she grew up all around.
And she grew up, her family's from North Carolina, that area, and then kind of blended in, and then now lives up here, and and then married to Dante with his kind of Detroit accent mixed in with a little bit of New England accent as well, and like I didn't get to talk to their daughter, so I didn't really. Sophie, she's super cute.
But you were super sweet.
She's super cute. I did see her.
We have our own fancy high five that nobody else is allowed to be.
Oh, and of course, shout out to Bobby's family, the girls, Jaina, Selena, Leia. I almost said Serena. I'm tired. Shoki,
Yeah, he's
because
he's
those people's
frickin-
names are already out there. Asshole. Cutting that out again. But anyways, like just the Skullface family. The Skullface family in general. The Skullfaces. Fantastic. And like so it's not Ricky's first time, but it's our first time.
Mm-hmm.
So what was your first impression when you came in? Like house and family and whatnot.
They've been super welcoming. I can't really put it into words because it's kind of overwhelming how super and nice that the family is, and super welcoming
for total stranger.
Exactly, because I'm pretty much corresponding on a text message or a
Zoom.
letter or whatever you want to call it. Is I think you pointed out is you're not friends until I meet you, and that does.
We're not
leave
real.
things-
Make somebody a real person.
Exactly. So.
Oh yeah, I'm real now.
Oh yeah,
Officially, I'm
we're
real.
all real. So
I
the
was drunk for half of it, so you were fake.
Mike is still not real. Dormamu still not real.
the Wednesday night was the
Wednesday night.
The Wednesday night. I keep fucking mumbling my words over this few days. They're super welcoming. And then that night, just shooting the shit. And everyone who I kind of talked to and spoke with it, I mean, super nice. But I have very high praise for Mr. Skullface and his family because the kids are super, super nice. Super sweet. Manners, everything. It's like, I don't even know words because it's just, saying thank you, and they've been super 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 nice. You just literally can't put it into words because it's like I want to help. They're like, no.
No,
It's, okay, but it's like
you're the guest.
I want to. Well, it doesn't matter. It's like it's
I'm
it's in my nature to like. This morning I cleaned up after myself and cleaned up some of the cups and things from yeah, so that's why I did it when in the basement there's no one there. I just kind of put them on kind of the bar, and you just go downstairs, and it's like just pick up some piece of paper because they want to hoover. Well, I love hoovering, but just little bits of piece of paper that because that's fucking they wouldn't let you, but it's nice.
Literally, that guy had to physically move Miss Laura out of the way.
Yeah.
You don't want to get anywhere near that sink to wash anything.
Yeah.
She'll try to fight back.
And I did the same thing you did when I came in, and she's trying to prep stuff and cutting up certain things, the little rolls and stuff for lunch, getting everything that ready. And my first instinct when I walked in, I was like, "Y'all good? You need anything? Need help with anything? Need just a hand moving some shit?" And they're like, "No, we're good."
I think it might have been what the.
I don't even know how many people.
Let's say 45, 50 people.
Minimum.
So they're on Friday, yeah.
Y'all gotta add that up.
Yeah.
Lunch, dinner, and then breakfast.
But
Well,
even
they're
like
also multi-course meals.
on the
technically.
Tuesday, she prepared meals for not just her family because there was a few of us there. There was myself, Cody. Oh my God, who else was there? There's one or two others.
And
there.
then by Friday, a lot more people. were
Andy
there.
Andy rocked in, and then there was I think Gore. No, Sam wasn't there.
He
at
was
that
at
time.
Pinkerton.
There was two others. I can't remember the names. Fuck.
Dude, the amount of people, like, because you happened to take me to Chris's house yesterday.
Oh, it was Jisk and fucking Robert D.
Yeah.
The night they came in, there's another meal. You've no idea how much work that family
Yeah.
and the Lara did. It's fucking.
That's how everybody
Which,
blows my mind.
yeah.
It's just like.
But I come from a family that does that, or did that, I should say, because I've talked about that before. Basically, our family is so split up now. We don't do these get-togethers like we used to. Like it used to be like, hey, this particular weekend, everybody's coming over, mom's cooking, everybody, it's potluck, bring whatever dish, and then everybody would either help clean up, but like between my mom and my dad, like. And maybe a couple aunts, because when you grow up in a big family, you kind of just rotates whoever. Like next time it's y'all's, and this time it's us. Section. Next time it's them, and that's the way it used to be. So like for me coming into this was like it felt like my old family, and also just to be able to meet all these people that I've only seen on the internet or talked to. But one takeaway for me was how small the house felt in real life.
Yeah.
I'm saying because it's a big house.
I feel like I'm not touching.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like,
that house is.
But I'm saying on
super
video, everything looks bigger, because I guess it just the lens looks like the pod room.
You were super tall
Yeah.
from all our video chats.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. It's the chair is sitting up high, but
Phone books.
the phone books, the foam books, but like the pod room, because Bobby always shoots it at a wide angle. It looks huge, but you go in there and actually, it's cozy. It's
that pod room.
yeah.
Do you get set like for 400?
Dude, when you guys were in there,
So much body heat going in there.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you.
well,
how-
last night
how
when we
you
had like what
feel.
6-7 people in there for that conversation,
I don't think there's an AC.
there's no vent in there at all.
So like for 400, like literally, I just stood at the door. and
Which
every
shout
once
out
in a
to
while,
that AC unit right there.
door and I just go like this every once in a while, just to
Make a breeze.
some air
Yeah.
Well, I think he said. I think someone said that they always leave the door open, and then when the doors close,
It gets too stuffy
no,
too
no.
fast.
It's,
Yeah.
it's like a room that you don't want to go in and have. It's a serious talk.
Well, that's what happened last night. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, and just not to go deep in on that, but yeah, we did have a pretty deep conversation last night, and who knows if it'll see the light of day. But I actually enjoyed it, and the funny
you can
thing
ask
is,
him to send it to you.
I mean, it's Bobby's. It's not mine. So I mean, like he'll post it on Patreon if he's gonna put it anywhere. But I really enjoyed talking with Dante, Eric B, and Derek. And actually, the fun, like outside of it, I was already talking to Greg, good old stay-at-home Greg. Like that is a cool dude. And I even told him I was like, yeah, yeah. Well, I know he said he was watching his shit.
No, he has some kind of weight thing to do with somebody.
That's what I was saying. He was watching his shit for that because I even asked. I
He's
told him
doing
flat
his,
out.
Hemsworth project.
Yes, the Hemsworth thing. Yeah. So I told him when I first saw him, when he came in and we were sitting in the kitchen, I'm like, I know that voice. Are you Greg? Are you stay-at-home Greg? And he's like, yeah.
He doesn't sound like CeeLo.
Yes,
I told y'all.
he does. But like the funny thing is, like, I didn't know what he looked like. I knew what Dante looked like because I seen him on Facebook and stuff, and pictures that Bobby posts. But I didn't know who Greg was, and so I talked to him and stuff like that. I was like, dude, you are looking good. Like I know you were bigger and you've done all this stuff. I said that to Eric. I said, damn, Eric. Dude, yesterday, not all white with the chain. Dude, drip. Exactly.
It's bad boy for life.
And like,
I didn't realize he probably won't listen. He's a Chicago Bears fan, which
yeah,
he's
yeah,
not.
you guys. So
you weren't there for that actually.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I was.
on-
That was
on
great.
the Friday.
And then I got the funny thing is I never got to sit down and talk with Bobby on anything, but I got to.
I don't.
No,
think
I
he
know,
does.
I know, but
Bobby doesn't sit down.
yeah, I know, but like I sat down and I talked with Jisk and Pinkerton, and I forgot who else was in the room at the moment because so many people were in and out and rotating, and that was fun just to do that, and just being able to finally put names to faces and hands to voices. You know,
Hands to voices.
shake hands
Oh,
with people
okay.
you've only ever heard. I know it's something no one ever says, but I said it this time.
Shaking babies and kissing hands.
There, yeah, exactly. Well, it's weird if you shake or you kiss a baby hand. But either way, just fucking A.
It's bigger than a hand.
But like
Definitely bigger
in
than
general, like people are all like, "You drove here from Texas," and like,
It's like a
yes,
devil's finger. Ring.
yeah, shit,
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was.
yeah,
Yeah, Bobby always trips out. He gives me such shit about that because we drove.
yeah. You drove that first time, yeah.
We drove up 2 or 3 times last year. 'Cause we did Bobby's and then we did Shannon JD's wedding.
And did you do the convention too?
Was
Which BotCon?
I drove up the
Yeah.
other one, but that was in Nashville. That
Oh,
was,
so you actually diagonal,
that was like a 10-hour trip.
but it's still a diagonal shot, yeah, not straight up.
Come out of Florida and then just turn.
Yeah, and the drive was pretty, but boring as fuck. And Virginia speed limits are bullshit. But good news is the wifey said she's driving most of the way back, so I'll be able to edit this podcast on the way. But it definitely was worth the drive, and even though it's crazy because at least for me, I haven't seen anything of this country, and I wanted to see something. And on our way back, since we'll be hitting Nashville at a different time than we did the last time, we might actually be able to hang out and see some shit, and actually meet up with the sister-in-law. They only live like an hour and a half from Nashville. They're in Kentucky. So they're going to come up and meet us. We're going to call them like a little bit before we get there. And so get to see them for about 5 minutes. I don't know. But also today, since you guys are, I'm going to drop you back off at home. And then he's going to be heading out. We're going to go hit up Frederick because his history is here. Plus, there's just cool stuff.
5 feet.
Yeah.
I was joking about that with you.
Yeah, that's right.
Every 5 feet, this is the historic site of something.
Yeah.
You go see a tree and there'll be a plaque on it, be like, Joe Blow died here in 1842.
Exactly.
Shot, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, good God, dude.
Yeah.
And we were talking, like I say it jokingly and sarcastically now, but it is overwhelming to think how much U.S. history happened like within 100 miles of right where we're sitting. Like everything that everybody talks about U.S. history.
This is the weekend for the celebration, especially with Washington when Memorial Day. That would be big down there. So if you were to go, no, let's go to Washington, you'd probably be like, yeah, no, it's.
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't want to go straight up to D.C. right now.
I go into D.C. to fly out, and I'm not looking forward
But tomorrow will be worse because today will be travel day for a lot of people. Tomorrow will be. I know, but I'm saying like tomorrow's going to be everyone's going to be places, which is actually why it'd probably be good for us to be leaving.
When is the actual day? This is the weekend of.
Wednesday's the actual Memorial Day.
I thought it was just always on Mondays.
Always on Monday?
Well, we celebrate it for Monday. I don't know what the day technically is, but it's always celebrated on the Monday. Which is the only reason why I managed to do this, to get the extra day off from work, because we have a rollover holiday. Hey, I still had to take an extra day, but because we were already off, I didn't have to stress that much because the day after the holiday ain't gonna be shit. So they actually didn't care, even though it was slightly complicated schedule-wise at work. Because here's the fucked up thing. I don't know if I told you this. So, a guy who did not pick his vacations when we're supposed to in November. So he tried to bump this or last week off. I already had it. He never got to choose his shit. He came in March to choose his vacations, and he chose 3 of the weeks I already had. And the first
someone
one
doesn't like you.
No. Yeah, but the thing is, he's not in our job description. But because he's lightly associated, they make us pick our vacations with him. He's actually in a job to his own. He has his own job by himself. But because they make us fill in for him, but he doesn't fill in for us. That's why it's bullshit that we have to pick vacations. If I take off, he's not leaving his job to come do mine. He's not qualified to do my job. So they use us to cover for him, but not the other way around. And I told this flat out to my direct supervisor. I said, it is bullshit that y'all let him pick vacations at all. You should have said, nope, you're just getting paid out at the end of the year. You got option days when you want them. But no. And that's PTO. For that. That's just any given sick day. So paid sick days. For those who don't know what option days would be. But like the fact that he chose this week and then they scratched my name off the schedule, put it back on the old week before I moved it for the party, and just thought nothing of it, and no one told me. Because when my supervisor came to me and said, hey, you're off next week, I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm off in 2 weeks. And he's like, that's not what the calendar says. I'm like, hold the fuck on. So I went and checked. So they complicated it because they let both of us off, which they're not supposed to do. So they had to get coverage both for him being gone, and then after I was gone after Wednesday, they had to call someone else in for that bullshit.
The smart thing would be is once y'all put in all your vacation time, he's allowed to choose whatever's left over.
That's what it should have been. He should not have been allowed to bump any of us because it was bullshit. Like, there's one guy who's actually directly above me because he's got me beat by like 5 years. But and so I can't do shit about him. And I wouldn't, but he never takes the week I take. Like, there's only one time that's close to it, and it's usually around spring break. And that's the only time we'll usually go back and forth, depending. And I normally take Mother's Day off because I hate that week, but I just used it to make more money this year. And then moved it to this week because, well, obviously. And I didn't want to do kind of what you had to do and, like, just fly out last minute because work schedule and all that nonsense. But next time, I'll fly because I'm not going to be bringing all this stuff with me.
I just fucking saw
Speaking
it
of
come back
flying,
into my fucking eye.
it's over here now. But in general, I was happy with the trip, like, because the trip is something I don't get to have. And we did go to Graceland, which was great. We got to see the museums. We didn't pay for the mansion, which is a whole separate thing. By the way, they don't. This is some horseshit. You cannot option to only go to the mansion. You get the entire package, and that shit ain't cheap. It was already $80 a person just to do the museums, and you don't get shit for it. Like, you don't get a, hey, here's a collectible thing or whatever. It's 80, yeah, 80
I'm
bucks.
not a fan of Elvis.
No, mind you,
Fuck.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't like Elvis, and I don't like the Beatles.
I'll high five you there, buddy.
Andy, you're the real Irishman.
Hey, I don't like the Beatles either, but that's just me.
Everyone's entitled.
Beatles are overrated. Look, they
I never said they're overrated.
look, just
People
because
like
they're
them.
they're a landmark doesn't mean they're good.
No, the Beatles. They're not the first pop band, or
Oh,
they don't.
also-
they're not rock band. They're not fucking
They're not
rock
rock.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
that genre of
and
what
si-
pop is now. They were not rock.
Yeah.
People go, oh, that's a best rock band. No, it's not a rock.
Well, it's like calling Elvis the king of rock and roll.
Yeah, he's not.
That wasn't exactly rock and roll.
Yeah.
That was hillbilly rock at best, and he stole it. And he
a lot of
stole it
shit.
from black artists. Adopted. But he also grew up in it,
But he
so
was
that's.
also very honest about it. So
And he stole his dance moves from some kid from Alabama.
Forrest.
Yes. Also, since we're on that subject, R.I.P. Tina Turner. That was a hefty one. And we were just
How
talking.
did she go, actually?
he was like 83.
Oh, she was 83, but how did she
89,
die?
I thought.
No, she was 83.
Oh, somebody else was 89.
But I couldn't remember. I know I read it, but I
Yeah.
just can't remember how she passed. Was she sick?
That's one of the
or-
things they don't just tell you. Like sometimes they just say they died or they passed away. Well, like Ray Stevenson, we talked about him last week. They still haven't released why he died. It's been over a week, and he was on set. Something happened in Italy. They rushed him to the hospital, and he died.
They did say how he died. I'm pretty
But
sure.
I couldn't remember. Well, I haven't seen the update, so I've been kind of busy.
Well, I don't track deaths.
But no,
Oh,
well, I
they
just
don't?
wanted to know
Okay.
why he died. Like, because
Yeah,
they didn't
curiosity.
say whether it was an injury on set or something. Because they were filming at the time.
What
So
was he filming? I can't-
something in Italy. No idea. Movie.
Maybe.
Yeah, because he was jumping around from TV shows to movies, so I'm not sure. But Tina Turner, that's a big one. So
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Fantastic.
She was okay.
One of the biggest divas.
Y'all
In a
talk
good
about
way.
Things that are, it turns okay. I like their old shit way more than her newer shit.
Well, newer. Speaking of newer shit, Dolly Parton's new rock album stuff is coming. Like they talked about that on Nerd Rage, where she's doing stuff with Slipknot. They're such nice boys. I thought that was hilarious. But I like the fact that she's like, well, they inducted me into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I may as well actually do some rock.
Yeah, no, that's ballsy what to do. Like,
Yeah, the tits on her, huh?
Yeah, I'd definitely give her one.
It's a good pun.
It's fucking true though. I
Ho-
definitely would give her.
Hopefully it doesn't go tits up.
I'd love it if it went tits up.
I mean, I like them down a little bit.
You like him? You like a big saggy booby
No, I just like them in my face from above.
from above, just motorboat.
Motorboating. Well, that's more like cruise lining.
Yeah, it's
Actually, they have a couple of her outfits at the Elvis Museum, and
Really?
they have to have the actual mannequin shaped like the person, and it's literally
our guard there. Yeah.
she has a ridiculous frame. I don't know if she did that or if that's her actual body, but it looks insane when you see it. But like they had outfits like people I guess who have had Elvis styled outfits over the years, like that whole section of that. Plus like every jumpsuit the man wore, it looked like it. Dude, did you see the picture when I shared it though? It literally looks like Tony Stark's Hall of Armor. It's fucking insane. And I never put it together. I was like, he was dressing like a matador. And I don't know why. You got to think with the capes that come up for distractions and the way it was basically one jumpsuit and then sometimes a jacket. I was like, this is fucking matador. And then he did the cravat around his neck. I was like, he's just lacking the silly hat. I was like, where did that style? He did have the silly hair and then the silly hair and then the silly hair. You know what they did not have? They didn't have like a
Actually thought of
decades
that.
of hair style area, and I expected it. But they actually did have a John Stamos reference in the museum too, from the pop culture aspect of Elvis. But it was cool. Like I didn't need to see the mansion. I did like the other stuff because it's more educational. The mansion's only gonna show me how someone lived 50 fucking years ago.
Yeah,
Literally,
that's
you
where
can't go in here from
That's
the level.
the toilet he died on.
He did not actually die on a toilet, but.
He didn't die on the toilet. He OD'd on the toilet.
Yeah, that's what I said. He didn't die on the toilet, but he might have died from being on the toilet, but he didn't die on it.
I heard it was a baby arm.
More like a donkey's tail.
Fuck me.
Fucking donkey.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
How can you tell?
I'm
It's burnt.
I am so glad I didn't do that in the house. I would have just
Or
been-
my hotel room.
That as well. It's
So-
like fucking. I would be walking to the airport by now. Like fucking hell.
Like at very best, so just being able to be invited to this party was fun. Like, because, to actually be able to come and meet Bobby and then some of the other people, but that wasn't as big as important as actually getting to sit down and really meet you guys.
Mhm.
And I am sad that we're going to miss Dormamu. Maybe, because we're still going to be in town, maybe I'll be able to hook up with him before I leave. Just for like 5 minutes at I don't know, the mall or something. Because he's I think he said he's only like 15 minutes from here.
Was it just 15 minutes?
Yeah.
I said it was less than an hour.
Yeah, no, he said that he's legit like in the area. He said, yeah, I can. He Googled it real quick and he said, oh yeah, you guys are right there. That's literally about 15 minutes from my house. So like, the
Just
irony
make
would
sure
be if he
he's
lived
there,
over
though.
by
You don't want
Bobby.
to rock up and.
No, I wouldn't go to the
Hey!
house. I would have him meet me somewhere. I wouldn't
Okay.
come to his house because they're still sketchy about some stuff.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to force that upon them. But like, And you know, I also don't you want to come in and meet the kids.
And we
and
also
stuff.
miss what's his fucking face? The Rusty.
Rusty.
Why am I
Yeah.
fucking like this?
We
All
don't,
week I'm
you're
just like-
born this way, as far as I know. I was told that. I was told it was the Irish way.
mumbling my words and kind of thing. No, Rusty.
Yeah, dude, he went camping last weekend instead of coming here.
It's like
But you know,
Paul
what it was
Rusty.
is he was just getting ready for the race.
You still don't exist, you fake motherfucker.
It would. I mean, they had
And
the
he's
RV.
Canadian,
They
so
could have
it's
come
even-
down.
It's like
And-
it's closer.
And I looked at roughly where he lives, since he won't tell us exactly where he lives, but we can gauge the general area. He's literally only about 6 hours, 7 hours.
I think he's just the other side of like Niagara and all that.
Yeah, he's just on the other side of the Great Lakes, and it's not that bad. And I looked at it, and I'm like, this motherfucker. Rusty, that means we missed you and wish you could have been here.
I don't, but
It would have been nice to meet you.
It would have been nice to meet the Canadian man.
then I could have said you're real, but since you decided to meet me, you're still fake.
Yep, still Canadian, so you're not real.
You're a story.
Ireland is now more real because we've met at least 2 actual Irish people.
I'm not an asshole like Shoki. Ireland is always
Well, if Canada's not real, then
That's
Ireland
because you got
wasn't
the
real
fucking
yet.
lecture and the video to go with it.
Well, actually, that's not true. I've met actual Canadians.
Ireland is not part of Great Britain, and I was fucking with Alan when I said that shit. So y'all think you're assholes.
That's because he got told off by Lara and Bobby.
It was funny. Yeah, they did. I didn't tell you about that.
No, what?
So last night, like Bobby came out, and we were talking about something, and I was like, oh yeah, and Shoki wanted me to fuck with Alan again about the Great Britain and Ireland thing, and they both went.
It's like it was 30 it's a 30 seconds
And
TikTok
then Bobby
thing.
was like, it's cool, man, because in my head,
So-
I
so
thought
you-
Scotland was part of Ireland.
So you brought it up there.
No, Bobby did because he said he always thought Scotland was like part of.
Oh,
Ireland.
in a
Yeah,
well, no.
the
Well, I knew
conversation on-
Scotland was quote unquote part of the mainland of
It's
Britain.
part of Great Britain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't just
Scotland,
it's
Wales, and
like Ireland is 100% disconnected. Wales is an island.
No, it's not.
I thought it was.
No.
Oh, that's just the
It's
bridge to cut.
fuzzy
It's
stomach on the
no,
front
it's
funny
it's
and
the
pretty.
because I've always seen them taking a bridge.
Look, I nailed it, right? Come
No,
on.
well, no. The reason I thought it was an island because I always see people taking a bridge to get over to it. It's just to get to that particular chunk.
Wales?
What?
I don't know why. Like, is there a part that's connected
I just drove across a bridge here
differently,
in
or is there just a
California
river there or
that we're not
something?
part of America now?
I don't understand.
I don't understand either. This is
No, but I don't
Okay,
understand
so
the
this
question
is-
you're asking me.
So this is Great
okay.
Britain.
How?
Look, this is
No,
Great
I'm asking the man who's from there.
Wales.
This is a misunderstanding on the part of where Wales is. I thought Wales was a separate island.
Fat belly on the
Yeah,
front.
so if you think of England and Ireland.
I know it's on the south end.
No. it's
Wales
not.
is not on the
No,
south.
Wales is so this is Ireland.
Okay.
This is the United Kingdom. You know that kind of sticky yeah, the belly of
Yeah, the belly of it.
the thing. That's Wales.
Is it facing the ocean or facing France?
Facing Ireland.
No,
Wha-
facing France in England would be south.
Okay.
It's facing Ireland. So if you were to go
I think
Ireland,
because I've
Wales,
always
England.
thought about the orientation of it differently. Maybe that's why I got it backwards.
Scotland
That's
top,
why I have it.
England
Well, I know
bottom,
Scotland's at the
Wales
top. I'm not that
Yeah.
dumb.
So it'd be Scotland, England, Wales.
Oh,
Ireland is over
see, I was
Ireland.
thinking. I was thought Wales was the other on the other little dip. That's why. In my head, I had Wales on the
Thought it was
other.
on the bottom, like the two connecting France to England. He thought it was France to Wales.
Yeah, so I had it
the
reversed.
tunnel.
I had no. Well, I knew that wasn't, but like I thought Wales was flipped from where it is. That's
Okay.
in my head geographically.
On the Scandinavia side.
Yes.
The kind of the
Yeah,
bum.
I just geographically I had it backwards. I know where
Well, see,
Ireland is in
We
relation.
all, it's all, how to describe Ireland shaped is like a teddy bear. It's
Yeah.
like you've got the feet, which is Munster, the hands, which is Connacht, the head is Ulster, and the backbone is Leinster.
Yeah, so I know where Ireland is in relation, and I know where Scotland is in relation. Wales was always the weird one for me, so I don't know.
Oh,
Like,
Wales.
sorry, so that was my ignorance.
So I did.
But I'd never accused Ireland of being a part
I
of
did
the.
have to fuck with Alan, and I thought I would get like a little rise out of him, but this motherfucker, if y'all didn't watch the video, he went from 0 to 1,000. I was like, okay, so we're not joking.
I mean, he like stuck his face in the camera. He was giving Ricky the shit eye.
Over the camera and not in person, because I'm pretty sure he had done a punch that day. It was amazing.
Yeah,
And
he
then
was very.
He's like, oh, you should bring that up again over at Bobby's. I'm like, fuck you, I will not.
Actually, I think what I said was, see what would happen if you brought it up in person.
See,
I didn't say do
already,
it.
He already got given out to, so I think if the host or this is saying don't.
Please
No,
don't purposely
don't.
start fights.
Oh, that wouldn't have been a fight. It's just no.
I don't know how. It depends on how far in you were, drink wise.
Wrestle me, but he had his balls out. So I was not happy.
Wrestling? He did not wrestle
was it-
you.
A while ago, you asked us like, "Oh, we're gonna have a wrestling match in the thing. You're gonna do."
Dante could have a wrestling match.
I'd like to.
I got an alarm set.
Okay.
And no, I'd like to. I was
my
I was
time's wrong on the
debating
computer.
kind of would I bring my gi, and then Bobby was like, no, don't. I'm like, okay. But speaking to Dante was okay.
Yeah.
We kind of have the same vibe to jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
and kind of actually, the two of us actually quite similar views on it. Like, he drinks beer, I drink beer, he trains as the hobby. He's a hobbyist like ourselves. You want to call us nerds? What we both collect. You all collect. You know what I mean? There is that kind of lifestyle in the sport, which is fun. But like, I'm the type of person going, "Oh, did you see the fight? It's such and such." It was. And I go, "No."
See,
he
I
was the same. He's like,
I
he
consider
just
those
enjoys the hobby.
hobbyists. I consider the people who watch the sport as the hobbyist, and the people who do the sport, even if it's just for fun, not seriousness. I don't consider that so much a hobby, in my opinion. But I see your point.
Yeah, it's a bit.
But
It's
like
a, it's
to me,
a boat.
I look at it as like, okay, like the viewers are like the weekenders. They're the tourists.
Monday morning.
They're the ones who are not going to get on the mat, but they know every fight.
Yeah, or when they do, they think, "Oh, I gotta fucking fuck you up." No, you're not. I saw fucking
Because
fight.
I saw somebody
fight,
put
but
him in a sharpshooter. I know how to do it.
Yeah.
That's how you break someone's arm, because you didn't know how to do it right.
Well, yeah. Talking about jiu-jitsu is probably.
And I thought, I've got a lot of coworkers who all did it locally. Like it was the one guy, and then it spread to like 6. And like I don't know if they still do it, or maybe it's just because I don't see their posts anymore, because they all used to do the shit. And I thought about it too, because I was like, the guys who were doing it, there's like only one of them was what I would have been considered fit. The rest of the guys are just
that
dudes.
will make you fit.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. The rest of them were just schlubs like the rest of us. And like and like I know this one guy Dave that I work with. Like, he got involved for a while, and I know it was like he's still like a big dude, actually fairly well Ricky's dimensions. But like even though he's still a big guy, I could see some of the difference in him once he started doing it.
Because like now with me I haven't trained in maybe a week now, obviously being on holidays here, I consider myself like out of shape. So if I was to train all the time on thing and cut weight, like you looking at me now, I would be a lot slimmer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't know if you want to call me fat, huge. Whatever,
I wouldn't call you fat.
But it drops off.
Yeah.
And if you want to put the work in, you will see the work.
Well, the funny thing is it's similar to
And then you can also, if you want, but a lot of people, sorry to interrupt you, do go to the gym, lift weights, get stronger. That's another.
For sure. But at least with jiu-jitsu, it's you're using so much more of your body. You're using muscles that are different than for lifting weights.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, your strength is one thing, but usable strength is another.
Yeah, your grip strength is a big thing, and you can't really, like, how are we going to go to the gym and work on your grip?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Exactly.
Also, I don't remember where I heard this. It was on a different podcast, but basically a lot of your grip strength is in your pinky. You lose someone's pinky, you can actually do a lot. Like between your pinky
I
and
can't do that, you see. What
this,
you're doing there, I can't do.
Yeah. So a lot of this is a lot of your grip strength. Like,
So you see, that's as far as I go, because my thumb was hyperextended.
oh.
My pinkies won't go closer than that unless I squeeze them, and when I let them go, they pop right back out because I broke both of my knuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do
But-
it. I can't
but-
do the waka waka. Yeah, I can do that.
But if you think about it, like, I think your ring finger is your the
Fozzie Bear and
But I meant live long and prosper.
live long and waka waka.
It's like fuck Star Trek.
There's the name of the episode, is Live Long and Waka Waka. I remember when Spock said that in episode 304.
Fuck Star Trek.
Oh. Now we're
are
gonna
you
have
both Star Trek nerds?
I am a Star Trek fan, yes.
I'm sorry.
I mean, fuck Star Wars. No, I'm just kidding. I like Star Wars too.
post episode 8, I agree.
What's after episode 8?
You see, Star Wars. You see,
Trash.
Star Wars is 4, 5, 6. Star Wars.
I do 4, 5, 6, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, you're
You
ranking.
don't like 2, or you don't like 1. more
He's
than
ranking.
Phantom Menace, very bottom. They killed.
It is one of the very bottoms, but it's better than 2.
No.
Attack of the Clones is definitely better than Phantom
I
Menace.
don't think so. Well, I prefer.
Like, Phantom Menace just gets the hype because of the mall fight.
No, I prefer.
Other than that, who cares?
That's why it loses points for me. Because in reality, if you picture, don't put in Rogue One Darth Vader, don't put in Obi-Wan Darth Vader. You just have 4, 5, and 6 Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Maul would have fucked him up all day long. Just the acrobatics.
Just from what's shown in the movie.
Yes. It would have took him out, and they killed him in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't have much of a role.
They fixed it in the cartoons.
Yeah, well, that's Dave Filoni. Like, I know a lot of people have ill will to him. I think his work is done very well.
Get in a little closer.
Huh?
There you go.
I'll get in a bit closer. I think his work is should be more appreciated than people think. You know, because Clone Wars was amazing. The finish of that was just amazing, and that story arc is not just about Anakin or Obi-Wan. It's Ahsoka.
Yeah.
That character alone, like,
Clone Wars is a
became
Ahsoka
my
story.
favorite. Yeah, became my favorite Star Wars character.
Yeah, she was so hated when they first introduced her because she was the bratty
Yeah,
little
she was
sister.
a kid.
No, she was hated for one thing. Hey, Sky Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sky Guy.
Well, like
But
the
that
the
changed.
first season with her.
You know what I mean?
yes.
It changed with it when
The
she
movie
grew.
was where it was the worst. Season 1, it kind of kept going, and by
Yeah.
2, they're like, no, fuck this, we're gonna.
Yeah,
But
they
she grew.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, if you think of a kid at the age that she was supposed to,
She's a
she
proper
She is
Padawan
kind of
age.
like a little brat, kind of, you know. Hey, but she grows up,
Did-
and the end is just amazing.
That last battle, I think it was in Rebels.
Yeah.
Where she fought Vader in that Sith temple.
That,
Oh, yeah.
Was that it?
That's
yeah,
in
because it was in
Rebels.
Rebels
That's
because
in
it was
Rebels.
with Ezra. It was with Ezra, yeah.
And she had that fight with him, and then she had that Obi-Wan moment where half the mask is
Yeah.
out.
And then she realized he was Anakin. Up until that point, she had a feeling, but she didn't know.
Yeah, and then it just like you literally like in a cartoon, you ever
Yeah,
seen a cartoon
yeah.
character's heart break
Yeah.
and sad?
Yeah.
That moment in that cartoon was
That's
Yeah.
actually that little thing that you just said about the whole Anakin kind of thing. They've done that now too many times.
Yes.
They did it in Obi-Wan. They did it in Rebels.
Yeah.
Rebels first.
No, but you know what I mean. They're starting to do it more. If I see that again in a Darth Vader, you're really
They won't
diminishing
do
the,
it again.
the badness. Like, you know, that character.
Well, I
Yeah.
think. Well, the reason I gave it to those two people is because it's the two most important people outside of Padme.
Yeah, but you didn't need to like Obi-Wan in Obi-Wan. They didn't need
Yeah.
to do it because he
Well,
already
I think-
he fucking chopped his legs off.
the
And you just gotta see that he's alive.
Well,
Yeah,
the,
going,
the only
"Nah."
reason they did it in Obi-Wan was to show why he had that scar. They needed an
Well, yeah,
excuse
they
for that
had to,
scar.
yeah.
That was the only reason.
Yeah,
but I actually
that's
like
true.
to see that, you know, because in the first battle they had in that series, he was shit. Obi didn't do anything. He was getting thrown around. Damn near got burned alive.
Walking through, just snapping motherfuckers.
Yeah.
necks and tossing
That
their
was
bodies.
cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's the Vader we've all been promised.
This is the
They
one that was.
should have bit in more to it. Like,
Yeah.
not that, like,
I feel like post the final battle with Obi-Wan, or second to final battle with Obi-Wan, I think Vader, like, maybe throughout the books or comics or something, more shit happened after that. But it feels like in that 15, 16 years, give or take, he just said, look, this shit fucking sucks. I lost to Obi-Wan. At this point, the Empire's at its highest. I technically don't have to do shit. And I think at that point, he thought Obi-Wan might be dead.
yeah,
Because he dropped off so hard. And of course,
But he like in the comics, he's
yeah.
in the comics, Vader is like he's horrible.
He's
to the
done some
Inquisitors.
insane shit.
But he's like horrible to the Inquisitors.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And like he's not pulling
Well,
out every
dude,
time
what he did to the
left at home, and when you see Vader come out, he's SEAL Team 6. He's not there for the regular military.
Yeah.
When he comes in,
Yeah.
it's to shut some shit down.
yeah, that's why when he came in Rogue One, that was some insane shit. And dude,
It was too much.
but-
I know they wanted to see it, but because of chronologically where that happens in the line, it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. So he was slow and dumb in this.
Yeah.
Super badass in this, and then he was slow and dumb in this now. That
They
makes
yeah,
no
it was a
sense.
cool scene, but it was kind of
well, it felt like
Like when you do the reset, how they did on the Tantive 4, like
Yes.
where they show him going in there,
Yeah.
and, like slamming people to the roof, and
cutting through the door.
and then watch episode 4 right behind there. Where he's
But that all that is that. But that's they didn't they
Yeah.
hadn't even developed lightsaber duels.
yeah.
But hadn't even developed lightsaber fights or anything at that point. He's just supposed to be a badass, but they didn't know how to. Show
No, he's that thing
badass.
is he's not a
It's an
badass. He's just
overcorrection.
he's a presence then,
Yeah.
and then they're trying to fix it with being a
Yeah,
badass,
because
but
they couldn't do what they wanted to then, so they're fixing it now.
It's Vader walks in, just his presence, everybody shuts down and starts shooting, and then he just goes with his hands. and
Yeah.
snaps next. He doesn't need to do backflips and throw his blades around his back. And
Well, at least he didn't do all that.
He's not Anakin anymore.
Yeah.
He's Vader.
Yeah.
Vader's different than Anakin.
And I just think that at that point, though, it was just to give us some fan service. And as Rob and I talked about. Yeah. But it's just like, we know we didn't let you have what, or it was like, we know everybody would have liked to see this, but we also didn't know this is what we had.
But you see,
That's the problem with that.
the original Vader wasn't that.
No, that's what I'm
That
saying.
Vader, that
That's what I'm
crazy
saying.
backflipping murder, like psycho That's from the legends, the extended
Yeah.
universe.
And
that happened in the book.
yeah,
So
and
they
that's
put it into the movie to try to tie it all.
yeah. But that's what I was getting at with that. Is that it's like they said, look, it's like this is the Vader we had, but we also didn't know what Vader was going to be. Now that Vader has been set post 456 as something different in the EU and the comics and stuff like that, they said, okay, let's give us that Vader. And I get that when if within the movies themselves, it's awkward, but if you don't watch it that way, then it makes a little bit more sense. And like the thing is like I don't want to that's like because if we talk shit about it, then we don't get it. Let it.
You don't need it anymore. There's that story.
Well, you don't need it. Well, not
no,
I don't
the
say
story.
We don't need more now.
The story of Vader. Vader
should
should not be. There should be no Skywalkers. There should be no Vader. It should be the done. You've got a
now,
huge
yes.
universe.
Yeah.
No,
Just
there's only 5 planets in all of them.
no, but like you know what I mean. The whole.
About, like, England and Irish,
Yeah.
There might be
they're
8.
all 5 minutes with each
Yeah.
other. That's how Star Wars is. It's
Well,
a galaxy far, far away made of 5 planets. 2 of them are desert planets. They're
One of
all
them.
related.
One of them is snow. Just you know.
Oh, Tyler. That's the guy I kept forgetting his name.
Yeah, Peanut.
Yeah. I got told his name, and I just kept forgetting what his name was.
Tyler F.
Yeah. But also, like, the group pic we took last night before everybody left that you weren't there for because you were running to the store. It's like I posted on the thing. I was like,
Is that the
why
one on
did
the
we all
steps?
cram on the porch? It's like there's still all that room in the yard, and everybody crammed onto the porch. It's a good picture.
When
I'm
I came out,
literally like
it's
this.
like Dante's like, whose balls are on me?
Did he really?
But it was just coincidence. I'd just gotten behind him. He goes, whose balls are on me? It's like, oh, it's mine. He's like, no.
Yeah, and shout out to Dante, man. I had a really good time talking to him.
Yeah, he's a good bloke.
And he's like when we were done talking last night, even though it was a really awkward conversation in general, he's like, I want to continue this conversation. I'm gonna have you on Off the Mats later. Shout out to all Dante's things, Off the Mats.
BJJ Wiki.
No, I'm shouting it out now because we're talking about Dante, and he has more podcasts than I have shows.
What's his beer? Clompton.
It's Colompton Beer. It's Beer Club now. Yeah.
And then he has So You Like Horror.
Yeah, which you've been on. I've mentioned that because originally I was talking to him about doing that, and then just because we had so many other conversations because we haven't talked about beer because we were talking about it because he and I were talking beer, and he's like, man, we're running out of stuff to review, and I'm like, bro, I will send you shit from Texas. And he's like, cool. And it's like I know you don't do that one remotely, but I will send you shit, and I will open the same shit, and we'll sit and talk about it remotely.
See, that's the thing is with I don't think I can send alcohol here.
No, it would be ridiculous to send it to hard. But here, I know ways to get it across the country.
All you do is tell me next time, and I'm gonna hit you up and throw you some money. You're gonna bring me some of that red breast stuff.
It's available
You
here.
can get it here.
Yeah, it's available here.
Yeah.
That shit went down like water, dude.
That was really
I saw
fucking smooth.
Lara. We went out on Tuesday morning after we dropped the kids to school, and we went to kind of like a, I don't know what you'd call it. There's like places with different shops anyway, and there
A mall.
No, it wasn't a mall because it was outside.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, anyway, and we went into the liquor store, so people were kind of going showing each other's wines, like what wine do you drink, and blah 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 blah.
Shopping center. Yeah.
Shopping center, yeah. And I saw
The shops, as they would
I
call
saw
it.
actually a bottle there, and I was like, wow, that's quite the same price as what it is back home. It's a small bit expensive more, but then I was like, fuck, they actually have a Middleton Very Rare, and I was like, how much is that?
Did they?
Yeah, they had it, and it would have been cheaper
Yeah.
to get it here than back home.
And try to get it home though.
I
I mean, bags can be packed in good
think
ways.
you should get it. It's just I think it was 100.
The red breast is cheaper.
No, he's talking about something else.
No, Middleton Rare.
Middleton Rare
Rare.
is
It's from the same distillery as Redbreast.
Because I've heard of the Middleton from different podcasts and other things I've watched, and it sounds great.
Oh, it's delicious.
So I'm gonna have to give it a try. But it's like it's one of those things. Do I want to buy it or do I want to try it? You know what I mean? Because I know it's pricey.
Yeah, it is. It's like 100. I think it was $180.
Yeah.
But like back. Yeah.
Well, that's. Oh, speaking of which, Ricky, but on your way, if that liquor store right there next to Manilou's is open, I would swing by there because it's fucking cool. Because you didn't get a chance.
I told you about it, dickhead.
Did you? Oh, you've been in that one?
That's That's the one I told you to go.
Oh, I thought you hadn't. No, I thought you hadn't gone in that one. That's why I was.
No, that's where I went to get the stuff last time.
Okay.
For 400. That's why I told you.
Oh, okay. So I was. Okay, I got you.
Well, like, you're gonna drop me back. You can go in there and I can show you what I know and what whiskey to try.
Did you go in that store?
No, I like.
Oh, we swing in there.
We went into one.
It's right. It's literally right down the street.
There you go.
Dude, where this is the perfect fucking location, man. Because like all the shit.
Time to breathe too.
Yeah.
They're so happy to have it.
They're just like, there's no excess people here.
But I bet you it's just overwhelming. Like I can't.
Dude, the decompress, like, and I know they hate having anybody clean or help clean. Is they like, no, I'm gonna pick up something. Like last night, Chris and I, Chris and I were cleaning that plates outside. Yeah.
Like, because if they see you doing it, they yell at you.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I mean, at bare minimum, I'm cleaning my mess. I'm not gonna make a mess and leave it. That's
Yeah,
rude.
it's like when I was at the cans, I was about to
I'm not gonna sweep.
trash them and throw them in the either recycle bin or
Yeah.
don't leave them around. Like this morning with the bottles and stuff, I didn't want to bring them upstairs because if they were to see me with canned bottles, you know.
Well, my thought was like, dude, if I could haul off one of these big ass trash bags and just deal with it for you, I would have.
You see, they keep the cans or stashed in their garage.
Yeah.
So I was gonna do the same thing. Cause like that outdoor bag was overfilled.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't get to it. This garage.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't even go in the
recycle
garage.
bin, yeah.
But let's see here. How long we've been going? About an hour. I'm just looking.
How long have you got left?
My alarm will go off.
No, I mean we got time. I've just because my time is still set to Texas time. I'm a little off.
Okay.
Because I've gotten used to East Coast time, so when I see Texas time here, I'm thinking, oh, we got lots of time.
Yeah.
And then I realized,
no,
oh,
I'm just
we're
concerned
incorrect.
about myself.
Yeah.
But I set an alarm.
Yeah. And then, Jessica's also getting some time to chill and rest because she said she wanted to take a nap and get a little
Well,
thing.
I think there's still people there at the house.
No.
No.
There are people that are staying there. Like some of them. I still do.
You were the only one staying, right?
I'm the only one staying.
Everybody else bailed.
Myself and Andy. Cody's leaving
Oh, yeah,
today. Your man Dan is still. Was it Dan or Chris? The other guy. Oh, fuck.
Chris, I'm guessing. No, the other Chris.
No.
The one.
I think it's Daniel.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh yeah, Daniel's the one that had the
Yeah,
Cyclones
yeah.
thing,
Yeah. But yeah, no, the other Chris, the one with the bright shoes. Mal. I couldn't remember his last name.
He said he's staying here till
Super nice guy.
Tuesday, I think. But Daniel.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know
Oh.
what the story is.
Also, what?
Go.
What?
What?
When the fly was about to get in his mouth.
Oh no, I saw it over there.
We were both wondering what you. Actually, as soon as you blew your vape, it flew away from you.
Yeah, I just sort of.
But
But
that was an awkward.
he was
pause.
actually a really nice guy to do with all the meet because like the kind of after Zooms, it's yourselves.
Oh.
But I always remember him because he's got the big fucking Unicron, or not
Yeah.
Unicron sticker, the Metroplex. sticker.
Metroplex, yeah. Got to meet Sony,
I've met some.
but no, I didn't. Like, I didn't know he was going to be there. As soon as he walked in, I was like, dude. I was like, because I didn't know remotely who the guest list was. And then, like, all these other people that I've either talked to on the internet or know of from YouTube, I'm just like, holy shit. And I'm just like, damn. I was like, so, like, some people had the benefit of being on a quote-unquote guest list, and other people just got the invite. So, and also because we had to keep things secret. Like, Rikki and I, incidentally, because of Rusty, found out that each of us was going. And then I actually had confirmed with Bobby that I could talk to you about it beforehand just to make sure.
Right.
I made the assumption, we hadn't brought it
You
up
kind of
because
used a bit of detective skills. You're the only one that knew about me anyway.
well, he was on the thing, official list, right? Yeah. So
Me or him?
Him.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that, but like,
He sent you private, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
got
almost
but no,
everybody else private
I got
list.
back in January.
yeah. I think we all got roughly the same time.
Okay, that's in the start.
Yeah. So, but of course,
Wait, he was telling me how like Sherlock I am. Fucking lie.
fuck. Which Sherlock?
This dick in your mouth.
But no, you kind of copped it. I'm pretty sure it was back in February. We were just chatting, and then
Yeah.
you kind of like you're putting pieces together and going, "Are we talking about this sad event?" And then I'm like
Yeah.
going, "What event?"
So wait, even when we had talked to him prior, you already knew he was coming, and you knew I was coming. So why didn't we bring it up then?
No, I'd kind of agree. But no, I didn't want to feel
Yeah.
comfortable talking because
Well, we wouldn't have talked about it publicly. We would have talked about it at least while we're chit chatting.
Even when I said,
I like knowing things that other people don't know. It gives me power.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, I can
right.
understand that because I even
Knowledge is
I
power.
told Bobby that no, really, well, shouldn't be talking about that. I was like, that's cool. No more talking about it. Like,
Bobby knows
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go talk to people. That's
Yeah.
one of the main reasons why. I don't say
Yeah, and
It's happened a couple times on the way. People were dropping little hints and saying shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, first rule of Fight Club.
and then fucking Rusty after a podcast, what, a month and a half ago, he's like, so did you guys get the invite to Bobby's party? What? Pause?
Where that conversation.
No, yeah, that totally makes sense. But I forgot what we were talking about before that. But just being able to see faces of people that we don't know on the internet, you know, it was great. Like when we saw, like I said, Sony. I got to talk to him briefly. Yeah, he didn't know I was going to be there either.
I can't remember. I don't remember what he looks like.
He was the only Indian.
He's the only Indian guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the guy he was talking to, who apparently was also another military guy.
He's Pakistani, so I apologize. I'm making an assumption, Sony. Sorry, but
Yeah. And, like, it was not... And we talked about Paik, because Paik does live in the area, but unfortunately with everything that's been going on with his family and his mom and dad...
I didn't know Pig lived around here.
yeah, he's about... I think he's something like an hour away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I knew he lived in this area, because we mentioned it. Maybe it was off camera, but... yeah, you need to get on Chatterday one day. You just love that fly. He's your best friend. He's going with you. Take him back to Florida. He'll be in your pants. But
There's already flies down there.
yeah. So this whole trip has been fun, and like getting to talk. Like I'd never got to sit down and talk with Chan or JD, ever. Like it's like I know,
They are some of the nicest people.
and I know of them, and I've seen some of the shows with them and stuff like that. I've been in the chat, even if I'm quiet. But like actually getting to sit down and talk with them, fantastic people. I got to talk with Brink for a little while. Brink's fun in his own right.
Brings another level.
Oh,
Guy's so smart, it's scary.
So Pinkerton is going to be coming on one episode to talk cars. I flat out, like yesterday, I was like, dude, I want you on the podcast.
He
because
also
you
likes
never-
whiskey. He can talk.
Yeah, for sure.
I know.
But I told him, I was like,
my gag with him, they did the pay-to-play thing last year.
Oh, yeah.
So every time I come up, my pay-to-play is two things. If I'm driving, it's the Buc-ee's Nuggets,
Mhm.
a bag of Buc-ee's Nuggets, and a bottle of Jameson. Every time I see him, I'm like, I'm here to make my P2P payment, boss.
also, those are beaver nuggets.
Whatever.
And actually, I gave Alan a Buc-ee's souvenir.
Yeah,
You didn't see that because you weren't there yesterday.
I had it hanging off.
I gave him a beaver keychain. I said, here's your first American beaver to take home with you. And he's like, that's not my first American beaver. I'm like, and he's like, you know what beaver means, right? I'm like, yes, that's the joke, Alan.
My man.
And I didn't bring him a big one because I don't know how furry he likes them.
A little small, tight
My
one.
kids got a couple of them, like, when we went through to Pennsylvania last year.
Yeah.
We always get them their nerd ornament for their nerd tree in
Yeah.
their room for Christmas. Without them looking, I snagged one of the Buc-ee's tree ornaments, and that was their ornament for my youngest that year.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So they get one. He's on his Christmas tree with Superman and Batman. And
Fuck yeah.
Mario. There's just Buc-ee.
Yeah, why not? I mean, and we picked up a bunch of shit at Buc-ee's too, like some of the, But the funny thing is, excuse me, we actually bought a crate of chips before. Crisps.
No, I know.
I know.
Your chips are Christmas.
Yeah, our chips.
I know.
So we bought a whole thing of just.
No, it's not the first time I've come here.
Yeah, like the
It's
family.
I think this is actually the 7th I've been in the States.
Well, you've been here more than I've been to Ireland.
Yeah.
Just holiday.
all the time, kind of holidays, adventures, parties, and
Comic Cons.
One
Acting.
one con. No, just one
I'm
con.
just saying.
Yeah, just one
He only
celebration.
comes over here to teach us stupid Americans that Ireland is not part of Great Britain.
Look,
No,
we're not
that's just,
stupid.
that's
we're
just
ignorant.
you. That's just you.
We're not necessarily stupid. We're ignorant.
Some do.
Did you though?
Some do. Some don't. Some don't even.
Yeah.
Some don't even know where actually the UK is. They based in Europe. It's quite scary. They think it's like on the mainland.
Did they really?
Yeah,
Nobody
it's
realizes it's an island.
You'd be very. You'd be very.
I thought
very
Wales
surprised.
was actually physically separate.
Some people think where Greece is, England is.
Yeah.
You would be very surprised if you was
Oh, where Greece is? Yeah.
there in the States.
Oh, no,
Come
yeah.
across-
Like,
it's like one person thought England was in Greece, where like Greece was. Ireland was north, kind of where the Scandinavian things was. It was a fucking.
so basically, they thought.
we were playing a game and it was like pinpointing where the countries.
So wait, they thought England was basically Europe.
Yeah, no.
as a whole.
So the game is like where is said country? You
Yeah.
pointed out. So if it was like where's England, and they were given like a map.
The blank map, yeah.
Yeah, blank map. And they have to go. England is one. Put a 1 where you think this
Yeah.
country is, and they'd be like Greece, where Greece is. On the
Yeah.
map, they might,
I-
yeah, that's it. 1.
I'd have about
Where
a 50-50
is Ireland?
on
And
that.
they'd have it where Sweden is. Go 2. That's cold. That's more north in it.
Yeah.
And it was just like, What the fuck?
We run the free world.
Yeah. Well,
Now,
not for long.
The kind of normal thing, they knew where Germany was.
Dude, we don't. Hold on. We don't know where our own states are.
That's because
Like
some of them are big,
so
some of them are small.
Most people can name roughly 30, and they sure as hell can't point out most of them.
I only ever get fucked up on like the man, and I can get through them, but like Montana.
The square states. Yeah. Which one's which? Like North Dakota, South Dakota are kind of in the middle-ish. And then like, okay, which one's Wisconsin? Which one's Michigan? Like,
the one that's shaped like a glove.
yeah, the mitt.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
That's Michigan shaped like a glove.
See, you fucked it up. Wisconsin's the other way. Yeah.
I know.
The north-
Michigan
it's
is kind
northern.
of down, say, just off the lakes because it's next to Chicago.
Yes.
Like if you were to go, what state?
Illinois
Chicago
is the next one over. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have got that.
That's
Like,
how I do it. Like, is I go to
Yeah.
the ones that I know, and then I just kind of
Fill 'em in.
my way out.
Here's
See,
the thing.
I'd get
Nobody can fuck up Texas.
yeah,
It's like-
Sure you can, but
no one wants to.
I think because it's one of the more unique shapes, and big.
You see,
Makes it easier.
like if you were to go, because I know
Like,
cities.
Like which one's Alabama, which one's Mississippi.
that's easy for me to know.
For you,
Because Alabama touches the panhandle.
but you give it to somebody like Oregon, I bet they wouldn't know.
Oregon is under Washington.
No, I'm saying if you lived in Oregon, you may not know which is Alabama, which is Mississippi, because it's other end of the country.
Oh yeah, I think I just remember the shape of Alabama. I think it's
Alabama
next.
and
Al-
Mississippi look exactly
yeah.
the same, they're just flipped opposite
They're just
Yeah.
kind of mirrored of each other, which would also be the word. Like Kentucky, much easier. Tennessee, a little bit easier, because they're the fill in the gap states. They're like, we had a weird fucking shape left over. Let's call this a new one.
What throws me off is West Virginia. I know exactly
Yes.
where it is, but I'm like, how's that West Virginia? It's north of Virginia. I don't understand how they got to West Virginia with that shit.
Yeah, someone actually said that to me yesterday.
Because Virginia is what actually split off.
Someone said that to me yesterday, and I was like, I'm from such and such, and I was like, oh, so wait, you're there? He's like, yeah, it's north. Why?
Why is it West?
West, and if you're
Because North Virginia sounds stupid. Because it's not South Virginia. Because because they had North and South Carolina right there, they were like, okay, we got to throw in a different direction.
then, well,
And
then
we
you've
can't
got
call
the
it East something, because
yeah.
that would
Where's
be too
East
on the nose.
Virginia? Huh? Where's East Virginia?
It's on the other side.
It's north of Virginia.
East Virginia is Maryland.
East Virginia is in England.
It's in the sea. It just fell off.
Yes, we just dragged it over.
Where the rabbits feet.
It's like they didn't bring the ship; they brought the island. Yeah, I love this geographical conversation we're having. But the sad part is, it is true. We have roughly 50 states, give or take. Depending on the year, somebody might be bailing, somebody might be wanting to be a state. But everybody leaves out Puerto Rico.
My nephew, well, that's because it's not a state.
It's mostly a state.
But then he gets Guam and all that stuff too.
Yeah,
They're all
territory.
islands.
Territory, yeah.
But
D.C. D.C. is not a state, but they want it to be one.
my nephew, by marriage, he's autistic,
Yeah.
but he's on the high end of the spectrum.
So you're saying he draws good?
When he was three,
Yeah.
they had him on the radio because he could run down every state with their capitals.
I may have heard this.
And then could do after that. I think he was like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Every country in the world and their capital.
Who's this?
My little nephew.
Oh, okay.
Damn, I think I heard this.
Like I remember I told you, Kara's cousin that does the travel planning.
Yeah.
One of her youngest,
No shit.
and he can just.
What
rattle
can he do now?
I mean, the last one.
If that's what he did at 3, what has he advanced to?
The ones that he moved to now is he was learning, and this is a while ago, so he probably has it down pat too. But he was learning the name of every human bone and where it's located.
Has he done however many digits of pi?
Probably
I wouldn't doubt it.
would not surprise me.
You probably go 100, 200.
To the small bone. The small bone is connected to the.
It's funny. It's like I showed him the old clip, of course, from Animaniacs, where Yakko
Oh,
was
the
down there.
da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Because he's awesome, he started correcting him. Because
Yeah.
remember, that's an old clip.
Yeah.
Hundreds have changed.
Yeah.
Names have
Yeah.
changed
Yeah.
since then. So he's like, it's this, it's this, it's this.
Yeah.
He's like, that's not right.
And also,
It's this.
that was alphabetical order, too. That was the crazy part about that bit. It was alphabetical.
Was it alphabetical? I
It
don't
was.
think so.
It was the A to Z.
I think he did the sections of the world. He'd do like America.
Because he was going countries, not so he was going alphabet. So it's jumping around because he's going alphabetical around the world.
No, I don't think he
I
is.
think it was to the rhyme. It's which order. It
Hold on.
fit in.
Yeah. So he'd do it. He'd probably. I can't remember where he started.
Albania, Georgia,
Yeah. So he did Europe. I remember because he put because the small countries there. So you couldn't go from Vietnam to Albania because they're so well. Albania is quite small.
But I think it was a phonetic thing, whichever one spit in syllabically for the song.
Yeah. The rhyme, yeah.
Hold on.
And copyright strike.
It's okay. I can cut it out. Let's see here.
Now, the nations of the world, brought to you by Yakko Water.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. So somebody else did something else in alphabetical order, so that I was wrong.
Internet, hear us. You were right.
So but hey, he started with
If
us.
I could steal Bobby's line, ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Well, let's.
Was wrong.
I'm so glad I have individual audio tracks that I can just eliminate. I don't actually have to clip entire sections. I can just mute. But actually, I think there's somebody else did states in alphabetical order. Maybe it also was Animaniacs, but the countries clearly not. But he started in the U.S. in North America, so
Well, yeah, it just makes sense. You start
It's easy.
Off with
We have
Canada,
three.
then he probably works.
He went United States, Canada. So he went
No, but I'm sorry. He started in
Yeah.
the North America.
Yeah,
That
said
probably,
North
then he
America.
probably went to Central. Then he went.
he went United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama.
Yeah, so that's if you watch him. He's
Oh,
going
no,
back and forth like
actually,
this,
just learning
and
that.
He does randoms.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's a syllabic or a phonetic.
Yeah, it has to be.
Because he'll be pointing in Central American countries, and
Yeah.
he'll go, and this, and
Yeah.
he'll reach over and he'll hit something in
Yeah.
Europe because it just fits the theme.
Yeah, it just works. And some of those countries have a lot of syllables, and like you said, they're different names
But it
now.
wasn't even just the names of countries. Like, Jackson would run down their capitals.
Well, I know, but I'm saying in this case, he didn't do that. He just did this.
Kind of curious to see now if certain countries actually mentioned, like Liechtenstein or
If they did all of them, but it's
San,
only, it's like 2
San
minutes.
Marino or the Vatican's.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
See,
sure
I
he
thought-
said the Vatican's.
I
Yeah.
think he does say Vatican City.
In the episode, it's broken up. Like he starts it, and then they cut away. So I don't even know if you see all of them. Because it says we come back now to Yakko still doing it. Because at the end of the episode, he's still going, and he's out of
Also,
breath.
he's like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think they cut away to do normal episode stuff, and it's actually only 2 minutes total across the whole episode. So whether or not you...
I watched him do it live, like back
The actual guy, yeah.
That's his voice. I've seen like
Is
a
it Tom-
clip of him, and he'll still do it to this day.
Who did Yakko? It's not Tom Kenny, is it?
It's the skinny dude. The one who he also does.
I'm saying it's not SpongeBob.
He does Pinky or he does Brain. He does one of them. He also.
Probably... yeah, that might be Tom Kenny.
Maybe, I don't know. Skinny dude, glasses.
It's not SpongeBob, too, right?
No, SpongeBob was an old guy.
Well, he's gone. Well, that was a creator. Steven Hillenberg was a creator, not the voice actor.
But
Let me
anyways,
let me do a Google,
point
and then
is,
we'll do it.
You were right. You were wrong.
Hey, I admitted I was wrong. I didn't argue. I had a different perception. Hold on.
Pop,
Yakko
pop.
Warner.
It's that funky chopper sound. We don't have Bobby's voice.
Oh, it's Rob
Yeah.
Paulson.
Yeah.
It's Paul. His name was Robert Paulson.
Just messing around
Yeah,
with the board.
the
yes,
other
it's
one.
kinda cool.
Tom Kenny's the other half of that.
Tom Kenny did Brain, and he did Pinky or something like that.
Something. He did a lot of
You're just
voices.
missing the horn.
I mean, Rob Paulson. Rob Paulson. No, he was Pinky. Yeah. So the other guy. Yeah. Either way, should we just wrap up now, or?
I'm game ball, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting a bit tired. And I
Yeah.
need,
Yeah, I got to piss.
Yeah, we definitely need a bathroom break, and I gotta pack all this shit up.
Definitely don't want to use that.
Because we've been getting some interesting looks from people walking through the lobby of the hotel
Yeah,
here.
I kind of noticed that.
Did you notice me not give a fuck?
I know. I didn't. Even,
See, that's
one of the
the
cleaning
thing.
one of the cleaning ladies was watching us, and she was right by the elevator, and I looked over at her, smiled, and she waved. It's just like they're doing a thing.
How you doing?
Coming in here to do
Yeah.
something, he saw us and he stopped.
Yeah. Well, like earlier, I don't remember if we paused or not. That couple came in to get some drinks.
I don't think we had started.
No, that was right before we started.
Yeah. Okay. I couldn't remember where it was. But
No.
either way,
It was nice to have the chats, the bands.
yeah.
And
I mean,
to put names with, I knew names with faces, but the actual physical form
bodies to names.
of
Shoky. Yes. Dickhead.
and Ricky. What? That's your fucking name.
Dick.
And heads.
Not my name.
His name is Dick.
It
Little.
is not far.
Little Dicky.
Not even close. Little or baby, or I don't respond.
Richard.
Why, is Ricky not your full name?
It's Richard.
Yeah, Richard. Rich. Yeah, it's okay. No, but I'm just like...
Richard B. McAsshole.
People have different ways of saying Richard.
Yeah.
Ricky, 'cause
Yeah,
his
that-
sperm donor
The
did the other.
and
Okay.
the B stands for big.
But like some
Ricky-
people even go...
The
Like,
real B. That started out. I kept my Facebook real
I know.
private,
keep
But
thinking
but
something.
but
like
now I call
people
you
will have the
Rick-
name
Ricky
Richard, but
B.
they go, no, you don't. You can call me Dick. You can call me Ricky. You can be whatever.
I had we weren't related. And she had a brother. His name was Uncle Dick.
Yeah.
And that was his name. His name was not Richard. His parents named him Dick.
Yeah.
Who they hated you from birth.
Yep. He should go by Richard and be like, it's long for Dick.
It's like Alexander. Just call me Alex. You know what I mean?
Well, I know people that go Xander or Lex.
I'll let you on the secret.
Will you?
Why is Ricky?
Is it?
So, because I spell it weird too.
So this
Yeah.
this is for the you've got to bump the fucking Patreon fucking up.
It's Rikki, which is a weird way to spell Ricky.
Mhm.
You know, is because when I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
my favorite cartoon was Rikki with the mongoose fighting the snakes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
the mongoose with the snakes, Kai and Kaina. And the mongoose name was Rikki and I used to make my grandma watch it over and over with me, so she started calling me Rikki. And my grandma passed away about a decade ago, and I'm in my 40s, so the tiki-tabi takes a flying fuck, and you call me Ricky. And if anybody ever calls me Rikki after hearing the story, you will get punched. Just so
But
we're on the same page. That was
but in the same way, that's why you're Ricky Tiki Timber.
that because I was super drunk and almost fell over.
Yeah.
And I told Bob
Timber.
He
Well,
just
I mean,
kind of
that's
added a
not
little
your,
twist.
that's not
Like
your new online name.
your alias.
Yes.
And then I'm a third, and it's fucking weird. I hate my middle name. You just know.
Yeah, see,
You're a
like you could have
turd.
been
Oh,
Trey. Like my friend Trey. I never knew my friend. I thought Trey was just his name. I didn't realize it's because he was a third until way late in our friendship. Because he's just Trey, and it wasn't until I
That
saw
literally
his.
sounded like he's calling him a shit, like a turd.
Yeah,
It's like when you say
Turd. A
you're
turd.
saying, he's saying it sounds to me
yeah,
like turd. You're saying it
Turd.
like I know what it means.
yeah. It might have been. That just might be me.
Your
parroting.
pronunciation.
I was supposed to be Christopher Allen, according to one of my
You know
Oh
what
my
Alan
God.
means? It's greatness and godlike. Yeah.
but
Christopher means raper of villages.
Pardon?
Shoky.
Means what? He said his name.
Shoky.
Means what?
I said Christopher
No.
means raper of villages.
But it was supposed to be so. It made
Ass.
He waited till she was doped up on all her meds and stuff like that, and then slipped in there and made me a third. And then he divorced when I was 9 months old. I talked to him 3 times my entire life on the phone, and I'm named after this motherfucker. So I do everything I can to stay away from
I mean, you could just change your name.
I mean, I could have, but that was a long time ago.
You could have taken Kara's name.
No.
I mean, you are Mr. Kara.
Not even close.
Remember last time she called him Mr. Kara,
Mr.
She giggled and ran away when she said it. Not even.
but she's in charge.
Just remember when you ask me stuff like this, I have a memory of a fucking fish.
He was probably drunk when he heard it, so you have to get him drunk again. It's a drunk memory.
Don't put a mirror in front of him; he'll try to fight it.
No.
Well, if you have a memory of a fish, I assume you have a perception of a fish.
Be like the birds.
Yeah.
The birds all attack
Pecking
that
it,
shit.
or cats, or
And
anything.
Alan's like, what are you looking at? You
Dogs.
Irish prick?
Yeah.
You're a handsome fucker.
Look, yeah, handsome fucker, but I'm gonna have to beat you. It's like that's a nice
that's a
shit,
pirate.
but it's backwards.
Yeah.
It's all good. We don't have rails. We never did. We don't believe in rails around here. We are not OSHA compliant.
I do rails.
Not true anymore.
I'm
I
taking the
from
high
the
road,
caveat.
so this is me.
Yes. So, guys, we will catch you next time. Of course, go check out all the Shoky stuff and the thing down below. There's Alan. He doesn't do.
Alan.
You can check out Alan here. Steve.
Yeah.
Yep. And then, of course, Ricky. Shoky. Fuck off. I can delete all of this. It's so great. Normally, I can't control the different audio channels. Now I can. Either way, stupid things. So, either way, our first in-person. Okay, bye.
Last, okay, bye.
First and last. Never again. Shoky. Fuck off, Alan.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats.